No, I always like to make sure that all of the decision makers and the people that are involved, right? Yeah. Nathan, he can hear me. Hi, Nathan. I'm just making sure that all the decision makers that are involved are involved. Well, I want to make, I just want to, pardon me. Okay, so I don't sell cars. Okay, I don't show cars. I don't do test drives. I make sure the financing and the funding goes through. That's what I do here. I'm not going to just say whatever you want to hear just to get you in the door, show you a vehicle that has a weak book value only to hit you up and work you over, ask you for a cosign. I don't work like that. I make sure that all of the work is done ahead of time so that when you actually test drive, there's nothing left to do. You know the deal is married between you, the bank, and the dealer. So all three of you have to be smiling before the test drive. Now, if you think you're test driving a car in Bloomington, you're going to go drive to Bloomington to test drive a car. I could assure you that just somebody is getting a $5 spiff for you showing up in the door. If they didn't do all the hard work ahead of time, they're just saying whatever to get you in the door and waste your time and your gas. So if your credit's below 600, what happens is a different set of banks will compete. These banks, they tell me what to do, I don't tell them. Everything's got to be in line, like your payment has to be in line with your income. The amount financed cannot exceed the value either. So these are math equations. This is not about you picking out a car or a line of credit. This is about me showing the vehicle to the bank saying, okay, we'll finance this much, and then I have to go back to the dealer and say, okay, this is what I can bring together with her down payment and with what the bank will do on this particular unit. I look at them one at a time. So what I'm going to do is if I can get past, a couple of hurdles here, like I call them doors. So the first door is going to be the down payment. The second door is going to be the book value of the vehicle. The third door is getting all the numbers from the bank and getting the dealer on board. And then the fourth door, this is before the test drive, I got to make sure you're okay with the payment, the numbers. You saw 13 pictures of the vehicle. There's nothing left to do. When you come down, you're leaving with the vehicle. This is the only way to do this type of a deal. Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels. So unless you're going to you might be going to a buy here, pay here lot, of which beware, you will pay triple, if not more, for the vehicle. So what I'm going to try to do is have you guys be ready with some money down. I did get a bank on board. So we have to keep the payment in line. Let's see here. He does need $1,500 minimum cash or trade. He's my no hassle loan guy. So he's going to be around $10,000, maybe $11,000 on a selling price on a vehicle. And then once I can get you guys landed on a very specific, like which vehicles that you would choose. And I know she said something about a minivan or to carry 6 passengers. We could present some. I have a couple of ideas, but I always like to let the customer look at the inventory also, just because we have 7 stores and a lot of inventory online. I always like, okay, pick me out a few different vehicles that you'd consider, so I have a plan in place. So we got that part down. I got the plan. Now I got to figure out the vehicle. And then I really do want you to be closer to being ready with the $1,500 because I'll just tell it like it is. We sell 500-600 cars a month here at this organization. If you need 2 weeks to get the 1,500, it's going to just be a different set of vehicles. It's not, maybe one of the vehicles you're looking at might still be here, but when you're moving that many, yeah. So the long story short is I work off of real-time inventory only. So like when you're ready, we pick out a few vehicles, then I go and marry the deal, and then I come back to you. This is really the fastest, easiest way for me to explain why it is important. You don't want to test drive a car only to find out it's got a weak book value. The dealer's asking 13, but the value is only 10. You don't want to test drive a $15,000 car only to find out your interest rate is high and it's driving the payment up to $450. She doesn't want to go over $350, $400, maybe we'll be pushing it for, an SUV or. I'm taking it from a low payment approach is what I'm trying to do. But the first hurdle I have is going to be the $1,500. Then the next thing I got to do is knock down the book values and the bank and then go to the dealer. I can do it pretty quick. If you guys need a car right away and you're in a hurry, we can work this out. Like, I can hash out these details. This is not a problem. I just need you to be ready. If you're ready, like maybe you can do the trade plus the 1,200. That will open the doors, you know. But the 1,200 cash by itself, it needs 15 minimum. This is the no hassle loan. So the other banks that will give more money, they're going to want more money down. So let me just look it over real quick. There was another offer here, but they don't want your payment to go over 418, they say. So that's only going to buy maybe like 12, or it's maybe going to go up a little bit, a couple $1,000s more, you know, on the selling price. So, but I do have a couple of ways to go. And if you think you're ready with the $1,500 cash or the trade plus the cash, well, okay. All right. Good luck with that. Yep. Call me back if you need me. I'll be here to do the work happily. I think what's happening, and I hate giving up on you so quickly, it's heartbreaking that the customers fall for this. You know, there's 10 tier levels on how customers will score. And Ruby is, out of the 1 through 10, a 7, 8, 9. She's not a 1, 2, 3. So what I'm trying to say is the odds are with your $1,200 are very slim unless it's a buy here, pay here lot, and then, well, buyer beware at that point, you know. So I'm happy to produce for you guys. You know, just call me after your bad experience tonight. How's that sound?